Hey yo, it's your boy Bravo, and this is the Show Life TV, and we have a special guest today. I have my man's Big Peck from Salt Lake City, Utah. How we doing today, my guy?
Doing good, brother. Shout out to Bravo, bro.
Yes,
Show
sir.
Life TV.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, man.
Very nice.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for being on the Show Life TV Season 2. Very excited for it. And you are the first interview of Season 2.
Hell yeah.
Let's get this going, man.
Let's
get it going. Okay, so Big Peck, that's a very interesting name to me. Where did you get that name from? Or what made you feel like Big Peck was the name for you?
You know, coming up with a rapper name, like, we come up with some crazy names, like, and then everybody's Big something, right? You got Big A, you got Big L, you got, you know, so... I mean, Big Peck just came because I'm Big Peck. You know, my son's Little Peck. I'm Big Peck. They've always called us that. And then, you know, we were sitting there thinking about it, and like, I was just gonna be Peck or the Peckster. I think I can't remember what we were talking about, but
right, the Peckster would have
been. It was hilarious, dog. Like, and then we just came up with Big Peck, and I stuck with it.
Mm-hmm. Now, that's cold. You know? That's cold. Cause I understand.
Yeah.
Mine being Cali Bravo. Bravo put it together, you know what I'm saying? It works out good, man.
Yeah, but I mean, they've always called me Peck.
Right.
So,
going back into the music, when did you start doing music, and when did you know that that was what you was getting into? That's what you wanted.
Well, I mean, I've been writing. You know, I'm a poet. I've been writing for years and years and years. I mean, ever since I was a youngin' locked up in detention. I started writing poems, and you know, I've always been a poet. You know, then I had my son. You know, he grew up, and I guess about 11, 12 years old, maybe 13 years old, man. He come to me with a song he did, and it was just amazing. Like, he played it for me, and I was always bagging on him about his music. You know what I mean? Because he listened to the Clowns, and he listened to some shit that I wasn't used to.
Now, when you say the Clowns, for the younger audience that don't know who the Clowns are.
Yeah, the Insane Clown Posse.
The Insane Clown Posse.
Baby.
The ICP.
Straight up Juggalos.
Right.
Shout out to the Juggalos, the Juggalettes. They've always loved Big Peck. West Side to all them guys.
That's right, man. Shout out to them, man.
But yeah, hearing your son rap for the first time it's amazing. Like, you know, I've listened to some good rappers over my life. I mean, you know, Tupac was just an inspiration to me. You know, everybody loves Tupac, right?
Right.
But I mean, everybody doesn't have a fucking shrine of Tupac.
And if you see Pac is on the side of him right there. He's not playing anybody, man. This is serious business, man.
You know, but Pac was trying to change the world. You know, he's trying to change the way we felt about each other. You know, the way we treated each other. You know, and I feel that come out in my music when I'm rapping. And you know, my son's a whole other type of rap music, but he introduced me to some music that I never in a million years thought I would like.
Right.
You know, we listen to a lot of underground rappers, Detroit, New York rappers. You know, of course, California rappers. We listen to a lot of underground rappers.
Of course.
So, we just feel like those guys are the guys that get left behind.
That's true. The underground rappers, man.
Yeah.
And that's the crazy part about it, because I see a lot of underground rappers better than the mainstream rappers.
Yeah, you know, it's just like basketball or football. You know what I mean? The college kids put a little more heart into it. You know, they're trying to be seen.
Right.
You know, these rappers that are already seen, they don't need to be seen anymore.
They don't need to be seen anymore.
You
now,
know what I mean?
and that's perfect. That's perfect. Going on with that, how do you feel about the music now, and do you think that it will evolve in the next 10 to 5 years?
Well, I mean, that just depends on what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know, like I was saying, the underground rappers don't seem to be straying too far off their genre, what really grabs you. You know, I see these Main Street rappers changing up a lot. Like, I mean, I don't know if you know, Outkast, what is his name? Andre
3000?
Man, have you heard that?
Man, shout out to Andre.
Like, what? Hey, shout out to Andre. He's a pimp. I love the dude, and nothing on him. But what that new album is?
Oh, the
What
Flute.
is that?
The Flute.
What is that? Like, it gave me the flu. Like, listening to the first song, I got sick. I mean, nothing against him. I love him, you know what I mean? But what?
I don't know. I mean, I understand where he's going. It's like the age that he's at. He can't catch up to, you know, the younger crowd of, you know, bitches and money. Yeah. He doesn't want to rap about that anymore. Yeah. You know, so he's like, I don't really have anything to rap about anymore. I
get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I look, like today I caught myself, you know, listening to some Lil Wayne. Like, man, I haven't listened to Lil Wayne since he was Cash Money. You know what I mean? And back then he was Wheezy and he was just something else, you know what I mean? And today I'm sitting there and I'm bumping it. Like, I look over at my homie, I'm like, who is this? Yeah. He's like, this is Lil Wayne. I'm like, you're lying. Yeah. He's like, no, it's him, man. I was like, that's pretty nice. Like, I'm feeling that. Yeah,
the Lil Wayne, the Carters. Those, shout out to Lil Wayne and the Carters, man.
Yeah, shout out to him, man. Straight up. Man. Cash Money Millionaires, doggy. Straight up.
So, staying on the underground tip, who is Venom?
Venom, man. Like, we met Venom through Steven's cousin. You know, and I don't know a lot about him, but, you know, he's quick. Yeah. You know, he's one of them fast rappers, but he's really good. Like, he's been through the ringer. Like, he's doing some good shit right now. You know what I mean? I brought his name up. You know, there's a lot of rappers out there. You know, Sick Lake is, like, they're still doing music. It's been years and years with Sick Lake. You know, we don't talk enough about them, but, you know, my buddy Steve over there, like, he's... You know, shout out to them guys, man. Scoob and all them guys, Miss Militia. Yeah. You know, those guys are doing big things, man. He's got his own little studio. You know, you can go in there, you can pay cheap prices for some studio time. Man, he'll get it down for you. Like, these guys are putting out some really nice music. So, you know, shout out to Sick Lake, shout out to Venom. Them guys are really holding it down. Yeah. Hey, you know, shout out to Frozen Solid too. Those guys, man. Let me tell you something. Shout out to Fatso. And all those guys over there, man. They're just
working.
They're doing their thing out there, man. And see, Pittsburgh, all of them, man.
And that's the thing.
Joel, he's on fire.
Music, it can age, but sometimes it doesn't age. You know, if you in the right lane and you know your music that you're doing, you can do it fucking forever.
Listen, man, you know, you have to know Mr. Sinister. And, you know, we were going to talk about Mr. Sinister in this interview, but, you know, this kid is so musically inclined, it's unbelievable. Right. You know, we're talking about my son, you know, Mr. Sinister, Little Steven. Yes. Little Peck, as we called him as he was growing up, yes. You know. One of the best lyricists I've ever met in my life. Like, and I've had, you know, millionaires tell me that this kid is just amazing. Right. And yet we're stuck. Like, you just get stuck. You gotta have the money. You gotta have the back. You gotta have some help. Yeah. That's just all there is to it. You know, too many of these guys, you know, pinpoint themselves. They don't try to help other rappers. They don't try to get somebody on. I mean, like Tupac said, dude, what did he say? Come on. He said, if one of us make it, we all make it. We all make it. And that's just the God's to honest truth, man, when it comes to that, you know?
And that's you know what's so sad? That I was just talking to one of my co-hosts, Rebel, shout out to Rebel. We were talking about the Selena Story. You remember the Selena Story?
No.
Okay. Well, Selena's manager killed her.
Oh, that's right. Now I know who you're talking. They made that damn movie about her, that crazy little Mexican lady or whatever she was.
The crazy little Mexican lady.
Yeah, man, that shit.
And it's sad. I was explaining to him, it's like, if you look at the history, Tupac, you know, his death was with his manager. They tried to put it on Suge Knight, anyway. Biggie, you know, his manager. You know, Puffy, you know, Selena, her manager. It's sad that the people that's supposed to help you and put you in these good situations to have a good life are kind of your downfall.
But are they supposed to put you in that situation?
Kind of, I think so.
Are you supposed to put yourself there?
You're supposed to put yourself there, but you're my manager.
So, I mean, at that point, you've really got to pay attention.
You got to pay attention.
You know what I mean? As an artist, you have to pay attention to everybody around you. There's just too much greed in the world, man. Like, these guys are, they want what you got.
Yeah.
You know, they can't be happy for you. They're jealous. They're jealous of you. You know,
and it
just happens everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the dude he made the damn video. I don't know his name. That little rapper that made the damn video accidentally put his address in the damn video. They showed up at his house, killed him, robbed him, took his shit. You don't remember who that? We'd have to ask Steven about that guy.
Yes. Oh,
that shit happened for real life, dog. Like, you don't want your address out there. Straight up, man. You don't want these guys knowing where you live because they jealous of you.
Right. No, that's true.
Come take your shit.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
You know?
No, that's true. I didn't even know that happened. That's crazy as hell.
Yeah, that shit happens for real life, man. And not just him. I mean, there's a reason you don't show these motherfuckers where you live, man.
No, that's true. And okay, so getting to that, with the kind of music that's being made right now nowadays, can you say that the Art of Gangster is being watered down? Or
well, listen, gangster's a scary word.
Yeah.
You know, these kids are taking it to a level that it wasn't at when I was a kid. You know, a gang was all about family. Like, it started out as a family thing, you know what I mean? If one messes with my family, then we're going to come after him, you know, or whatever. We're going to settle it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then gangs came, and of course, you know, the damn drugs and the guns didn't help.
At all.
Now they're killing each other. They're doing a bunch of dope. Like, you know, that's some retarded shit. And nowadays, it's even scarier.
Yeah.
You got these young kids that were grown up and raised with no morals and no understanding of shit. You know what I mean? They don't have direction. They're trying to pull direction out of their fucking asses. And it's horrible. Like, half of them aren't smart. They're not street smart by any means. You know what I mean? There's a little word called use your common sense. That shit's out the window anymore nowadays. You know, with the rap music nowadays, it's changed, just like Lil Wayne. And I heard Lil Wayne say this shit. Like he said, I'm going to go back in this studio and I'm going to make this bullshit music that you guys love to buy from me, that I hate to make. Like, and he goes in there and he makes the music that the people are going to buy from him, that the kids want to hear.
Yep.
And that's what's going on right now.
That's what's going
Nobody
on.
wants to hear Big Peck talking about, you know, mother's got it bad because she's watching her kid lay on the floor dying. You know, nobody wants to hear them lyrics. You know, that I mean, the lyrics go on and on.
Yeah.
You know, you look at yourself in the mirror and, you know, nobody wants to hear that shit anymore. They want to talk about money. They want to talk about bitches and riches and, oh, look at my Bentley. Look at my Bentley, dog. You know what I'm saying? And that's seriously.
No,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love a Bentley too.
Right.
I'd sport that motherfucker. But I mean, it's kind of hard to do when I see some guy standing over there with a sign on and fucking telling you he's hungry. He hasn't ate. He hasn't fucking done shit. But yeah, getting back, you know, I get straight off. But getting back to the music, man, like, they're literally making music to go with what the kids want.
Yeah.
You know, they don't want to hear Mr. Sinister talking about true life, real death bullshit.
No.
They want to hear about the fantasy world. They live in a fantasy. They want to learn about, and you know, let's not get it fucking twisted, dog. They're coming up.
They're coming up.
You know, and it's scary. Like, you've got these little gangsters that are fucking hundreds of thousands motherfuckers strong.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you go to the gathering of the juggalos and they have to do it on a damn farm because there's, you know, 90,000 fucking juggalos at this show.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you, man, it's out of control nowadays.
Yeah.
And the kids are following it. They eat it up. They love it.
Do you feel like it's because it's really nothing else out there to latch on to nowadays?
There's so much to latch on, dude. Come on, bro. Like, let's talk about a song. How do I create a song? Come on. Think about it for a second, Bravo. I think of a fucking subject, first of all. I've got to have a beat, then the subject. But I can make it about anything, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Sunshine. rain. I mean, I wrote a song about sunshine. I wrote a song about, you know, life. It doesn't have to be about some bullshit.
All the time. No, you're completely right.
You know, it doesn't have to be about some bullshit.
Yeah, you're completely right. And then so that's going back around to that's going back around to the Andre 3000 thing.
Yeah, I'm not putting him down. I would never put him down. That man is fucking amazing.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that's not, I can't fuck with that.
Right. And that's,
you know, as much as I love him, I can't fuck with that.
I can't fuck with that.
I love Outkast.
Right.
I'll fuck with that all day long.
Now, if you put some
But I don't
bars,
know how to kind of fuck with that. I put some lyrics to it or something.
Put some lyrics to it. If you put some lyrics to it, a little bit different, I feel like the other lane of something to latch to is that. So the kids don't want to latch to that shit. So the only thing left is the bullshit.
He has changed. What he's done is listen, you know, when you surround yourself with certain type of people, you become those people. You know, it's been proven that over the years and years that, you know, Bravo, if I want to go hang out with these rich guys, guess what? I'm going to start thinking like them. I'm going to start eating like them. I'm going to start dressing like them. I'm going to become them. You know what I mean? It's that simple.
Yeah.
Nowadays, look what we got. Look what we got. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I can't take it from anybody. They're doing their thing.
They're doing it.
And that's what it's about, is doing your thing. Getting people's attention. Andre, you got my attention. You made that album. My kid went, what the fuck? I listened to it. We all heard it.
We did. Yeah.
We all listened to it. You got what you wanted, dog.
What you wanted.
And that's exactly what it's about, man. Is I just need you to hear it.
Just a click.
Because think about it. Okay, I wasn't fucking with it, but look at how many people fuck with it. You think that album didn't... Trust me, he's selling the fuck out of that album to motherfuckers that are digging it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it doesn't have to be us.
Yeah.
We're still buying his old shit. But the new stuff, he's got a whole new genre of people now listening to him.
That's working with him.
And that's what's the whole deal right now with all music. Country, class, all of it. You've got to be able to draw them in. Look at the religious music. Brother, that really shit good. Is blowing
It's getting
up.
Really good.
Like, look at the rappers that are rapping about God. Yeah. They're blowing up. Why? Come on, we all know why. There's tons of people into that religion. They're digging it. Look, we got our rap guy now. He's all about God, just like we are. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's all about what the society wants, That's man.
True. Now, and so talking about the society, us being in Utah, it's a different kind of community music out here.
Yeah.
So it's a different vibe. So, like, what do you think needs to happen in Utah for the music to grow? Or to just kind of get out there more? Because there's some talented artists out here.
Yeah, but there's some artists out there right now that they think they're talented. They want to be talented. They're just not. You know, and I don't want to take from them. That's horrible for me to do. I'm not trying to take from anybody. But that's part of the problem. Like, it's just like a quarterback. Patrick Mahomes, right? How does he become who he is? He works hard at what he does. He gets up every morning and he's nothing about lifting weights, exercising, bending backwards, doing his stretches. It's a constant fucking work. And these...
Right. And speaking of rapping in the closet, you know, I know, you know, coming from the ground up, who are like some artists, the pioneers of this music in Salt Lake City that, you know, people could look back at and say, like, yo, these are the artists that were, you know, paved the way for, you know, the artists now, you know.
You know, Sick Lake has been doing music around these parts my whole life. Like, I've watched him create. I've watched him, you know, do things that other guys haven't done around here. You know, Scoob is he's one of the top guys around here. You know, Lamb's another top guy around here. You know, Big A, LTA. They were doing shit years and years ago. I mean, we're all LTA. It's right there, baby. Lake Town affiliates. You know, don't forget to shout out to the Lake Town affiliates, because that's where our family is. You know, where you at? You know, we need Big A back on the scene. You know, we need Flips to come back from Brazil. You know, we need to start doing these shows again. You know, these guys are, you know, Sick Lake they're putting out more music now than I think they did when I was a kid. You know what I mean? They're still doing it.
Sick Lake,
they're still, yeah, they're still going strong, man. Miss Militia is one of the top female artists in this state right now. Like, she's out of control. You know what I mean? Sick Lake is where it's at. You know, Fatso, Frozen Solid, you know, records right now. They're amazing.
Right.
Like, Fatso's putting out some of the best beats I've heard in years.
No, I heard of Fatso before. Yeah.
And it's just amazing watching these guys grow. You know, some of the music they're putting out, the way it's changing, the way it still grabs you, it still makes you want to get up out of your seat and do a little dance. You know what I mean? And have a little fun, man, with the shit. You know, it's really nice, and it's good to see these guys. You know, like you said, man, these guys are pioneers. Salt Lake. You know, they've been doing it for years, and they are known in other states. You know what I mean? They do go to other states and perform, and you know, people do hear us.
Now, do you guys have any problems going to other states at times because you guys are from Salt Lake and you know?
You know, I couldn't tell you because I've never performed out of Salt Lake City. I've always performed in the lake. But I can tell you that from watching Sick Lake and a couple other bands that I know go out of this state and play and perform at bars and shit, say, you know, let's go to this damn hick town and do a rap show. You know what I mean? You could imagine what that's like. But, you know, these guys are doing it and they're getting shown love, you know, thousands of miles away from where they live.
Oh, man.
You know, and it's really cool. And it's cool to see, you know, these other artists that are underground coming from like Detroit and New York. They come here and we show them mad love.
Right.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Esham.
Esham.
Straight up, man. Shout out to Esham. Where would we be without the Black Devil, man?
That's right.
You know what I mean? We need him. He's part of the underground.
Yeah. So this is so really, you know, because people don't understand how deep this music really goes out here.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's just church and, you know, Mormons out here. It really gets deep out here, man, when it comes to that. You know,
I'll tell you.
You know, especially just concerts. Period. You know, it gets wild out here, man. So and with you being in it like that, talking to, well, let me say this right. You being in the music, what can you say to the next person that's coming along? You know, what can you say or tell someone, you know, information like, you know, don't do this, or, you know, read your contracts or something like that. Like,
I'm going to tell you what Tupac would say, because I love Tupac, and I'm going to tell you what he would say. No matter what happens, keep writing your lyrics down, and just keep writing. Keep writing. Don't stop writing, because that's where it's at. If you can write a song, you can get it across to the people, man.
Oh.
And that's what I got for them little new guys coming out. I see a lot of them. I've seen these rappers come out, these little guys, and they suck. They suck. But then 3 years down the line, it's like, that isn't you.
Right.
He's like, yeah, that's me. He's like, you told me to work hard. I worked hard. Here I am. It's like, whoa. You know, when I first met Fatso, you know, shout out to Fatso. I love my boy. Right. You know, when I first heard Fatso, he was like, be honest with me. I was very honest with him. Stop rapping. You know what I mean? It's over. You know, you ask these underground guys like Cage and Esham, they'll tell you, stop rapping. Unless you're gonna put your everything into it. Simple shit.
Well, Big Peck, man, I really thank you.
Hell yeah.
A show like TV, man.
Hell yeah, bravo.
You know what I'm saying? This is what we do, man.
Straight up, dude. I love it. What a blast.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. You might get some requests to get back on here. You know, I want to thank you again, Big Peck, everybody. This is the Show Life TV.
Yeah, shout out to Show Life.
Thank you so much,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Like, share, and subscribe. And you already know what we do. We don't do nothing but bring bangers in here. And we out.